welcome back to Julie Plays Random Stuff. I'm coming to you today with yet another Death Knight video because I decided to come full circle on the Death Knight as a class, as I've mentioned a few times in the two last videos, Death Knight builds. So I've been showing a Blood build and a Frost build. So this time I decided to show a deck that's focused on the third rune, the unholy rune, which, unlike its two counterparts, it's not about burn damage, it's not about control, it's about board control, flooding the board with minions, keeping constant pressure on the opponent. So it's sort of been described as the deck that you could call it a bit underwhelming compared to the two others. So getting wins here might be a little more difficult, but we'll see. For our opponent, so far we know he has at least one blood rune. That's what we know so far. Most likely he's either triple blood or 2 blood, 1 unholy, or 2 blood, 1 frost. Kinda hard to tell at this point, but let's just get going, keep board pressure, and get some face damage going. There's not a lot we can do until he starts showing what he can actually do. Unfortunately, that does not create a corpse for us. I think we're gonna just keep the curve rolling, put out a school teacher. We don't have a lot of minions in hand. So let's go with Unholy Frenzy. That might come in handy. There's no need for Army of the Dead. I would need our Famished Fool infused. That's really good, but let's just use the Nagling with the Holy Frenzy. Get our school teacher creator while still being able to hit face. Still keeping the pressure rolling. Forcing him to use his tools. If he's a control deck, he needs to start using them now. Like that. Well, this is unfortunate, but sort of have to be done this way. I don't see a better way of clearing it up. Gonna bring him back to full. It's gonna extend a lot of resources, or spend a lot of resources from us to kill that no-mon chop, but we're still having board control and we can redo all the damage we did. with Frost Strike. This is one way to go about it, but let's just go with an Army of the Dead. This way we can create a more bit of pressure, build the board. So what to do here? Let's go with Astalor. Get that no muncher. Also the two natural no muncher in his stack. So hopefully doesn't have a lot more of those. And we're keeping up pressure on the board. Oh yeah, that's a problem. Hopefully, at least we can do something about that. Create a lot of stats on board, preventing the Astalor from hitting face. So hopefully okay, now he's out of range of it, but let's go with a giant. Let's go for a soul breaker as well. Create a bit of corpses. Hopefully this should put out of reach of Astalor. Question is, I just use the board clear. So let's just hit that. Build the board with the Scourge. Oh, that's a decent board. Forcing him to use a lot of tools here, because he can't allow this board to stay in place. He has to clear at least some of it up. So let's see. I think this should be the lethal actually. We hit face with all of it. and pop Astral out. So yeah, that's game 1 with Unholy Death Knight. Big boards, and if you can't clear them up, they're gonna hit you. So, that's game 1, and let's jump straight into game 2. Speaking game 4 with this deck, we've been beaten once by a Death Rattle Hunter and an OTK Shadow Priest. Hopefully this will be a more straightforward matchup. I'll just keep this hand because this is pretty good. This is probably a Death Rattle Rogue or Concoction Rogue, or even a Miracle Rogue, which should be fairly straightforward if we can beat that. Not sure which deck has the advantage here, but at least we can try and see if we can do anything. If it's a Miracle Rogue, the Bone Guard Commander is gonna be a really big thing to pull out, and this is not. This is the Death Rattle, which means we just need to build pressure and control the board the best we can. But this can spin out of control really, really fast. I'll just hit that one so we can get some corpses. Hit the face, and then we're gonna rest another corpse. Get another Torn Minion out. Nice for protection. I think we're gonna play essentially like an aggro deck. Let's just try and curve out the best we can. Get as much damage face, trying to clear his board as minimal as we can get away with. Okay, there's the graveyard, which means next turn these Death Riders is gonna start rolling in. So let's just keep doing what we've been doing. Build pressure. Here comes the smoke screen, most likely. Yeah. And not hitting a single Death Rattle. That's really lucky. I think I just want to get Astral out there because I potentially want to not wait for the turn 10 mana first and just have him as a tempo card. And this way we also have a 5/5 on board. Okay, so we have Lethal on board. So he has to clear out a lot. I'm not sure he's capable of doing that, but let's see. There's another prep. Going for Dwarf Shadows. Okay. Doing his own board, but that's not enough. Aggro Unholy wins, apparently. But I'm not sure that's in showcase that this is a better deck against a Death Rattle Rogue, because he pulled out that smoke screen and drawing 5 cards, not hitting a single Death Rattle, which is pretty unlucky. So if he had hit like a acolyte or something on the way, we would have a very big taunt minion in our way, and we would probably not have been able to pull back from that. But that's the luck of the draw, and this time it was in our favor. I'll see you all in game number 3. But it's been rough, and I have other decks I would rather want to try out and enjoy. But let's see how far we get. I'm gonna keep the no munch on the coin, because that's a lot of health gain and a taunt minion that could potentially be very useful down the line. Let's see. Prepping up. So way into a sort of concealment. Makes me think this is Miracle. This is a good top deck. No turn to play though. Oh, let's copy what he did. Hero power, hero face, and pass the turn. And he's just gonna keep hero powering. He's most likely just waiting to pop off. So let's get some reborn zombies down. A Tempo Edwin. That's a little strange. Well, I'm gonna take it. Get that threat out of the way. Building more board, building corpses. This might just be the pop-off turn. It looks like this is the pop-off, yeah. So this probably means that a Draka is incoming. Yep, here it is. Well, let's see if we can try and do something about this. So we can do Blight Fang. Infect his entire board. This gives a taunt zombie. Also gives us a coin. We can use to pull out Soulbreaker. Kill that on up. Get another coin. Let's give us not a lot of options, but let's keep it for now. Sprint, okay. Gone fishing, so drawing through his deck. Okay, so at the very least we can protect ourselves from this. Kill both minions off, get 2 taunt minions. And we can get a no munch out. Gonna hit face, we're gonna clear his spirit. And gain some health, and we have essentially 3 taunt minions in the way of that dagger. And we have another no muncher to gain us more health. So hopefully we have enough board control here to win, but it's a miracle rogue, so I wouldn't put anything past them of what they can pull out of. Essentially that's gonna clear up 2 minions with a 3 mana spell. Those concoctions are really, really powerful. But that's fine. Essentially, let's just do another no muncher here. And it's gonna hit face, and we're gonna gain life from this. Hopefully this is enough to pull us out of reach. But again, those concoctions, you never know. He's gonna pull the exact same potion. I can't. I planted evidence, no less. Okay. Oh, I know he has a death rattle minion in hand, which means next turn. Well, we could go patchwork and get that minion out. I get that minion off the board as well. Yeah, I think that's the best play here. Let's see, so patchwork destroyed. Okay. That's not the most terrifying minion, so he could have destroyed. It's hero power. Face. He's digging for something. What is you're digging for, Mr. Mad Snake? For direct damage, maybe? Okay, I'm just gonna get a 7/7 out. Essentially giving himself lethal for next turn. So, with the Sylvanas top deck, the best thing we can do right now is gonna use the Scourge and hope that's enough to give us either some sort of lifesteal with a no muncher or taunt minion or anything that sense to block it. Unfortunately for us, this is not it. Like, I can hit him in the face, but it won't really accomplish anything. He can just next turn face with the stuff, with the spirit and his dagger, and then we are done. So I'm gonna concede. This is, as I said, game 3. It's unfortunate we're gonna end it on a loss. but that's the way it is. I have other decks I want to play test for tomorrow's video, for future videos. I also want to work on on the weekly quest in Hearthstone as well before jumping into other things. I'm still gonna include the deck code in the description of this video. So if you want to try this deck out yourself, you can do it. I would personally recommend going for either the Blood Death Knight or the Frost Death Knight that I shown yesterday and the day before yesterday. If you want to play Death Knight, those will give you more viable decks. But that's ultimately is your own call. But at least I hope you enjoyed this showcase of what Unholy Death Knight can do. Hopefully we could get some different cards into the meta, or buffs or nerfs that's going to change the meta around, making Unholy Death Knight viable as well. But until then, I'm probably not going to spend more time on it. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow for another video. I haven't decided what that's going to be yet. But until then, be good to each other, and goodbye.